Hey friends, welcome to the channel. My name is Loris. I'm a collector of all sorts, but mostly of dollies. And today I'm just getting a little something off my chest. It's something I've held on to for years, but I think it needs to be discussed in case other people within the Hispanic community also feel this way. So some of you may not know this, but I am Latina. Both of my parents are from Mexico. My mom is from Guadalajara, Jalisco. My dad's from Saguayo, Michoacan. I know that might be harder to believe now that my hair is lighter because I've been told, I guess, on some of the comments. But in any case, so today I kind of want to talk to you guys about the superiority, that's a hard word for me to say, forgive me, within the Hispanic community, specifically just from my experience. So I am a middle child, but my dad is the oldest within his 9 other siblings. 9 or 8. I don't even know. Sorry. And honestly, guys, forgive me if I'm come across a little angry, but I am kind of shaking. This is bringing a lot of emotions from my past that I didn't think would transpire in my voice. But if you do hear me shaky, that's why. So, as Hispanics, some of us might have felt maybe you're not Hispanic enough, you're not white enough. It's something like, especially being a pale Hispanic, like it's something like you come across. Not even being pale. You don't even have to be pale. You could be of any color. If you don't speak Spanish well, you are looked down upon. Let me repeat that. You are looked down upon within the community if you do not speak well in Spanish. At a very young age, my father did really try to install that both my oldest sister and my oldest brother did speak Spanish fluently. So, that being my sister, who's also 9.5 years older than me. So, over time, one would guess my parents got a little bit more lenient. So, my dad wasn't as okay. You really have to know Spanish to speak it very, very well. He more so let us learn at our own pace. And I mean, I even took Spanish for natives all my life, like classes. In any case, I think all these years I've held certain resentment towards family members from my dad's side in particular, who I think because he was the eldest male in a Hispanic household, they expected for all of his kids to, I don't know, speak it as well as he did. I'm not sure where this comes from. My fellow Latinos, you guys could comment below, I'm not sure. But they thought I didn't know Spanish. I would go to Mexico and I had an aunt who literally, till this day, I will never forget it. She didn't think I knew enough Spanish to understand the amount of SHIT she was talking about my family's back. And because I was born very empathetic, probably born a very old soul, I'm like, how are you going to talk about my family? I am right here. At the time, I was only 5 years old. I started crying. And she looks at me, Mija, ¿por qué estás llorando? Oh, es que extrañas tu mamá y tu hermana, ¿verdad? Mira. And look, I'm not going to say anything in case you watch this. I'm sorry. I will be polite to you over the years, but the way, and you're a teacher. You are a teacher. This is why I'm angry. This is why over the years it was so hard for me to even be. I was so embarrassed to try to speak in Spanish because they always look down on you if you didn't speak it perfectly. So you, Tia, you know who you are. I understood everything you were saying. And no, I was not crying because I missed my sister and my mom. I was crying because I couldn't believe how disgusting you were. That you are a teacher and you were talking so low about me, a child, not thinking I would understand. I hope you've learned. I hope you've learned. Because thank God for your daughter, because I know what a wonderful person she is. I know, and I'll just say it to be obvious, I is an amazing daughter. So you know what? It's one of those things where it's like, I'm just gonna like, it's one of those things like, or maybe I'll cut that off. I don't know. But you do not realize your words affect kids. Like they hold so much meaning. So, my whole point of this video is I think for years I felt estranged to my own Hispanic culture because of this, because I felt betrayed from my own family. That, how are you supposed to? And I lost my train of thought, but I could tell you what I'm feeling right now. And it's betrayal. It makes you feel like you're not good enough. And I feel like you're not good enough at a young age. Not a good enough Hispanic, not a good enough Latina, which you already have, people already look at you differently. It just, sorry, I'm not even sure how I was trying to say there, but the feeling of not feeling good enough. I realized it stuck with me for so long when it came to my culture. I felt like not good, like, what was the point of me trying to learn Spanish when I had people like my own aunt that was thinking I didn't even understand what she was saying. And each time I try, like, I just stupid. Or because I'm emotional right now, you know what they called me as a kid? And it's fine. I don't give a damn. You could call me La Llorana. You call me La Chiona. You call me the crybaby. I don't care. Because guess what? My emotions is what make me me. I have a big heart. And that's why I'm emotional. Because I do have a big heart and I feel my feelings. Unlike you, that's cold and heartless. So I'm sorry, like this is not, I'm going a little rant here, a little bit too personal, but my whole point of bringing this up is I feel like as of lately, I've made new friends on this channel. And even just having my husband back in my life, who was, doing the Duolingo and stuff. And at one point, I'm not gonna lie, this is why I have to do the internal work. I was like, why are you gonna learn Spanish when people from my own Hispanic, like, it's never gonna be good enough for them, babe? And it was wrong of me to tell him that because then he stopped learning and he wanted to learn. My husband wanted to learn Spanish for me, but people in my own family, or maybe for you guys, people within your own community have put you down because you don't speak it well enough. You are no Sabo kid. You speak Spanglish. You know what? Right there. Right there. This is what I have to say to you guys. At least we're trying. I used to not try, but at least now, here and there, I'm like, you know what? Uh, I practiced with some of you, with one of my friends, Lightning. We practice our Spanish here and there, and I appreciate that because you're not going to look at me and be like, oh, Laura, you didn't say that wrong. Or you said you didn't say that correctly. And there's certain people out there that are just going to look down on you since you don't even know the language. You don't know shit because you look, you just don't speak it properly, or whatever the case may be. But so please let me know. Have you ever felt this way? Am I the only one? Even if it's not Spanish, maybe it's a different language, but have you ever felt like, has anyone close to you, has anybody in your own nationality made you feel not good enough because although you're trying, they still look down on you for not speaking the language? Maybe, I don't know if this is more something my fellow Latinas and Latinos will relate to, but I'm very curious as to what you guys' experience is like. I'm sorry, this feels all over the place. I think it was just something I kind of needed to get off of my chest. And hopefully this makes sense. And I'm hoping by me saying this aloud, it'll make me more brave to a practicar mi español más, porque creo, I think, I'm just gonna say it in English so I don't choke up. I think when I was young, it really did affect me more than I'd like to think. And although you did, I forgive her? Probably not. It does not sound like you forgave her, Loris. I gotta do some work here. But in any case, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to my rant. Or thank you for listening to my rampage, as I like to call it. Remember, you are good enough. Keep trying. And I promise you, the act in trying is good enough. I love you guys. Bye.